Alright, looks like we're ready to begin. Hey guys, I am AK Diley. You can call me AKD for short, or Diley. I'm gonna run Phantasy Star Online, episode 1 and 2. We're gonna do the 100% glitched category today. It's gonna take us about an hour to complete. Time's gonna start once I hit recreate yes on my character here. Count it down. 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. And here we go. Alright. We're part of the Pioneer Planetary Migration Project. A Vanguard ship called Pioneer 1 has staked out the planet Rigol and moved in. And the main expedition wave, Pioneer 2, has just arrived, but there was an explosion, and all contact with Pioneer 1 was lost. Principal is going to tell us about our quest, but actually we don't have time for that, so we're just going to go skip that by putting up the keyboard right away. So, right off the bat, we're going to start breaking the game by interacting with 2 NPCs at once. You can take advantage of these NPCs by the fact that they always take a step towards you after you talk to them. Slowly inch our way over to the armor shop. And we pulled up the armor shop and the lady's text at the same time. Getting one back there. There we go. I'll explain this a little bit in greater detail after we're done. This takes a little bit of concentration. Right now we're duplicating our Messina, which is our main form of currency. Now let's go equip a bunch of weapons all at once. 2 rounds of this. Whoa. Yeah, I messed something up. How do we get over there? Okay, I see what's going on here. Yeah, we can fix this. Obligatory, that's never happened in a run before. Get back here. So, we had a special state, and we have to reset it because I dropped it by accident. Okay, that should fix that. That's a little bit weird. I want to fill up our inventory and savers as much as possible. Oh, I'm out of money, aren't I? That's gonna be awkward. What do we have here? We can do just a few more, right? Gonna back it up here to get a little bit more money. You know what? Let me just do a check here. 19. Yeah, you probably should do this. A little bit better than resetting at this point. But it's better just to start over at this point. Not gonna be nearly powerful enough if we start with the lower sabers we have like this. Like this. Don't get panic sabers, they cost too much. Now we're gonna do it right. So when you buy a weapon, it asks you if you want to equip it or not. And by simultaneously using our equipment menu, you can stack these items up. Too fast on one of those, that's alright. This time we're doing the second round just fine. Five, 6, 7, 8. That's not too far off. Yeah, we got everything we need. Now we can actually play the video game for real. Yeah, that's where we're working. So we duplicate our money. Bring up the drop Meseta menu, dropping one Meseta while simultaneously bring up the deposit Meseta menu. Game doesn't like taking away money we don't have, but it will just allow us to deposit money we don't have. This allows us to duplicate our money. Anyway, now we're on the planet Regal. We're gonna go investigate what's down here. This is where people live. Near one of the residents. We're just finding a whole bunch of wild monsters here. Fortunately, they are no match for the power of the Mega Rockcast. So yeah, with stacking our weapons, you can see our attack power and attack accuracy are just a little bit off the rails. Yeah, so you can see it manifests my weapon as essentially 12 sabers stacked on top of each other. So even though we only have like one primary weapon that controls like how our animation works, we've got the effects of 12 sabers, and so it looks like we're just firing a giant, thick saber. So in this game there's different maps that come out that are randomly chosen whenever you start playing. We've gotten two of the best maps right off the bat here. Let's live there. Go fast, the key is to understand when the enemies are going to spawn and line them up to shoot, or just shoot them quickly, failing that. Maybe I should be going past that, that's fine. These wolves tend to bounce around a lot, they can be kind of tricky to hit. Wow, that actually missed. So, even though my attack accuracy stat should say I should never miss, this game has some interesting properties where if something moves outside of where it expects to get hit, clutches of both bounding around, you can just like miss, and that's what we've in the community we've termed like a manual miss. It's not the most precise term, but sometimes if something's moving a lot, you can have an enemy dodge us. Wow, this rabbit perfectly blocked us. That's not very nice. So we have to wait for this bonus to lie down before we can start shooting it. Otherwise, we just have to take out each bonus, wait for the next wave to spawn. We'll lay down some damage traps. I guess it was only the one that we needed, but that's fine. Take care of that rabbit froze without having to shoot it. We're near the end of the forest area here. Use the saber occasionally when we want to move in the direction of where we need to go anyway, and take out some enemies in our path. Right here, line up the Hilda Bear and the Wolf. Now we can go on to the boss, the dragon. So this area is called Central Dome in the game. It's like where the main government entity was, and all we found is there's a dragon living underneath it. Followed by a series of caves. So we're gonna go to the dragon to get to the caves. Another manual miss, unfortunate. The dragon operates with 2 phases. We can reduce its HP to 30% remaining in phase 1, then finish it off in phase 2. I'm lining myself up by the teleporter here, so I can instantly leave once the fight's over. I did the follow-up shot. In practice yesterday, I definitely missed one of those, and if the dragon ends up flying up, it wastes about 6 seconds, if not more. There's a little bit drop in the teleporter, that's alright. So that's one area done. We've got 3 areas to go. So, let's talk about the principal. He's got a daughter called Red Ring Rinko. He was on Pioneer 1, and if we overmash the decks, he might let it slip, but he's got a personal favor to ask, but we're gonna try to ignore him as much as possible. Also, I should be feeding my mag right now and then. This is a little companion that sits on my shoulder. If it were, you can't see it because it's obfuscated by those 12 sabers, but nevertheless, it's a helpful little guy that boosts my base stats. Even though I've got really high attack power and attack accuracy, that's not the stat that they look at to feed what I can equip. And eventually, when I want to use a shotgun, I want that base stat to be as high as possible. I walked too far. Nice. Now caves is a lot of walking, so I'm going to try to do a lot of talking to keep it interesting. I should have lined those up. Let's hear. What can I talk about? Chose this class, the Rawcast, because it's the Ranger class, which is best with guns, and the Rawcast specifically has the highest attack power, which, when you're stacking weapons on top of weapons, that's the only thing that really matters, is just having more and more attack power. Specifically, the Rawcast can equip the Saber at level 1. Is much more effective to stack with than any other weapon available at level 1. You bump a wall, you're very likely to lose all your momentum. That's very unfortunate. I want to round these corners as tightly as possible, because all these little half-seconds add up. So what I got at the beginning was these televipes, which I didn't end up needing to use because I got the best map. But there's a trick you are very likely to run in this category. You don't take the best map. Oh, I'm still using my rifle, that's kind of silly. That's not what I want to be fighting. I do want to use my handgun when possible. Just to let myself get hit. It's alright. So the handguns, the rifle actually have very similar animations, but the rifle's like a frame or two slower to fire. So I only want to use the rifle when I need the extra range. A lot of times I don't need to bother recovering because the level up will take care of it for me, and I shouldn't be getting hit really at all. But it happens. Get another little nice line here. Oh, these guys split up, so that was never going to happen. So some of these rooms, especially on this map, have what we call optional waves. That grass assassin on my radar, my mini-map back there, don't need to fight it. We need to fight the one that's going to actually trigger the door. You might see me holding up the keyboard from time to time. That's so I don't flinch when walking near things I target like traps, and that just slows you down. It's kind of annoying. Level ups do kind of matter in this speedrun. So I'm like feeding my mag a little bit when I remember. I don't need to be on top of it perfectly. But I do need to get enough attack accuracy to equip a shot as soon as I can get one. Because the shotgun is so amazing. And metals contribute a little bit to my attack accuracy as well. Was a bit overcorrected. Anyway, that's cave 1. You can get lost and spend a lot of time in here, but it's being done in under like 8 minutes, I think. Cave 2 maps are all about the same in terms of time in this category. I actually don't. Of all them, I like this one the least, I think, for glitch. Actually, I'm supposed to shoot that later. Do this, though. So when you lay a damage trap where a Poivoli slime spawns, it will just instant kill it without you having to shoot it. Even though normally it'd only do like 48 damage. So that's just kind of a cool trick. That was a mistake. I was too far away. That's saber +3. Sure. That's actually not an upgrade. Never mind. For all these weapons, the attack stat that it really matters is these percents right here. They don't actually make much difference on the runs in caves. But if I had a handgun that had 20% Alter Beast instead of 20% native, I would have a much easier time at the boss coming up. I'm being told to hold up. Alright, let's go. Apologies for the technical difficulties, I'm not sure what's going on here, but we'll play through it. This is one of those annoying things that kind of just makes you spend time in caves, walking out of your way to hit switches to unlock doors. Whenever possible, I want to be making my way to the next door while enemies are spawning, because I can't shoot them anyway while that's happening. Yes. Alright. Sounds good. We're gonna pause and let work on the technical issues. Be right back, guys. Alright, where were we? Ah, yes. We're in the middle of Cave 2. Be checking for upgrades to my base handgun for the same reason I was talking about before. If I can get something with higher percents for Alter Beast, that would be swell, but it's not necessary, it just helps. I'm gonna do the same thing with the slime damage trap trick right here. I locked onto the trap there. It's a good time to talk about auto-targeting. This game has got some jankiness behind its auto-targeting system. Sometimes you'll snap onto something that's behind something very close to you. Kind of like what happened to me there. Turning away from these boxes here so I can shoot those sharks that are spawning in the middle of the boxes. Otherwise, I'll definitely lock onto the boxes. Again, snapped onto a trap there. Yeah, I can explain again. So when you have the keyboard open, you don't flinch in the presence of an enemy near you, because you're not targeting anything. That allows you to keep running, otherwise you slow to a walk. This map is pretty decent. It's got a lot of pan arms on it, but that's alright. What am I even snapping onto? Turns out nothing. To open up the keyboard, I just need to press Y. RY is the quick menu for swapping weapons or using items or traps. Yeah, just to run through hallways like this, all I need to do is have your keyboard open. That's pretty simple. Nice. I'm confusing these pan arms to make sure it doesn't split, but it definitely would have if I didn't do that. Just a little bit low. If you let a pan arms die in its original form, it spawns the next wave much faster than if you let it split. So it's not the end of the world if it splits, but it's a lot slower. That cycle, no problem. Wasn't actually supposed to use one of those damage traps earlier, so I don't have one right here. But there's another slime standing right about here. After I defeat this pan arms. Freeze trap also works. I can just wait for this thing down. Fire, that's fine. So normally I'd like that slime to be insta-killed, but it didn't happen today. Oh, that didn't hit the shark back there. That was weird. More sharks here. Too far. Turn. There we go. And now we're onto the gate boss. He's gonna go down about as fast as the dragon. But he's a little bit more threatening to us. He's a little bit trickier to hit. It's very slippery. Missed both of those shots. It was a decent try. So he's gonna shoot these spikes up on here. Just need to hit one and I'm perfectly safe on the rest of those. Stand in this corner. The beams he shoots out of you, or out of him, Not hit me, at least on this first cycle. Breaking the mask there is very good. Didn't get the bonus rifle shot. Got one bonus shot there. Now just spam B. The B attacks are all you really need when you're this accurate. Being in the teleporter is very straightforward. Alright, it's the last time to visit the principal already. After this, we're on our own. We're going straight into ruins after the mines. Yeah, there are some kind of infamous typos, or alleged typos in Piso's damage values, like yeah, Derelays, those spiked mine things just do ridiculous damage when you're online. That's one example. So build checks are like other enemies. Just walk towards you, but these guys are... why am I on this side? These guys are a little bit different. They will occasionally stop, take out a laser, and try to shoot you. They can be a lot more annoying as a result. So the boss we just fought, Derelay, was the result of Pioneer 1 research into these these subcell organisms that were discovered on the planet, being injected into the native species. And that was perpetrated by a researcher called Dr. Osto on Pioneer 1. You play all the quests, you can learn about this, but none of the quests are actually required to finish the game. You'll get shot here. I think one of them did stop to take out their laser, but it got out of range before it was a problem. Yeah, there's a little bit more. Anything about Phantasy Star Online is, speaking of the quests, a lot of them are just kind of like copy-paste modifies of the base for Euro maps, which I'm playing on right now. There's an autopilot there. Sometimes you can go straight ahead, but not on this map. A little bit far out. Right now I'm going to be looking for a mech gun, if it can drop. The right one drops first? Since when? I was hoping to get that far guild check, but needed a rifle to do that, or to walk a little bit closer. So these centipedes that I'm fighting right here, probably the most threatening thing in the level. Nice. Alright, we're gonna mitigate most of these guys, or get smacked anyway. Did we get invincibility? Oh, just perfect timing there. I mixed up which row I was supposed to hit. I was supposed to hit the back row first, or the front row, rather. right now my main is level 10, and as a result, when I hit 100 photon in my last meter, I get some free invincibility for 30 seconds. That allowed me to deal with these enemies much more nicely than I would normally be able to. You could do that with the other one that jumped first, but got hit as a result. I'll reset my mag to get another chance at invincibility later. Just run right by these guys. And that's the end of mine one. Not the map I wanted to see, but we'll deal with it. For some reason I thought the canyons were optional, but it's definitely a different map. I think this is actually one of the longest maps, because there's not a lot of optional stuff. This autogun, that's a keeper actually. Just a little bit more attack power and attack accuracy over the handgun that we've been using. The notable thing is that 20% torque, which will be very useful in the final area of the game. So I don't need this handgun anymore. These two chicks can be really annoying, or we could just one-shot the Dubwitch in the middle and blow them all up. Whenever possible, I try to lead with a heavy attack. As the lock-on happens actually even after you press the heavy attack button. So you can do a big powerful hit without the wind-up if you time it right. So you might have been noticed I've been hitting these giant glowing pillars. You need to hit one in each of the three areas to unlock the ruins. In this version of the game, it's pretty straightforward. The original Dreamcast version, you had to redo the areas before you could actually activate those. So I think I could recover there. Didn't work out. Yeah, so for those just joining, I'm equipping like roughly 21 sabers on top of my regular gun. The original gunblade. Got it right this time, that was the right one, but I whiffed. Alright, that time, this is me dropping frames. That's unfortunate. Reset. honestly don't even remember which one of these I need to hit. But it's kind of annoying to leave any of them. The opportunities for mech guns there. There's our mech guns. That's not right. One more on the other side. Alright. Didn't even hear you. It's a little weird. I'm wondering, when's it gonna spawn? Alright, so I'm gonna, in order to equip the mech guns, I gotta sacrifice a saber to allow the mech guns to actually appear. So they'll take the place of one of the 12 sabers. Mech guns have a unique property that only they'll fire their bullets from where the actual mech gun models spawn, and if they don't appear on screen, then they'll just spawn from 0-0. Doesn't do you a lot of good. You're trying to hit something near you. Well, it's flying from a far corner of the map. For all ops, we just need to do damage to the core. Every time you hear him cry out, we're hitting the core. Almost scuffed that badly. It ended up being okay. So you can see the mech guns have appeared, so all we need to do now is just use them. The mech guns do a burst fire of 3. So it's like one combo from a handgun, except we can do it 3 times. And like that, full opt is done. Now here's your first opportunity to get shot. Not the box I want. 3 of these boxes have weapons. And there we go. Roll opt shot. This is a huge difference maker in a run. If you don't get this fairly early, you're not going to get a very competitive time. Was not ready. I should have. Using the handgun is still faster on single targets. Here I'll need to use heavy attacks on like almost everything. I'd like to get a barrier. I somehow didn't see one, or I ran past them all. Oh, I might have just screwed up my mech guns again. It's fine. We'll fix that when the time comes. Now I just won't use mech guns. I gotta starting to have power issues if I didn't kill that time in one hit. This is a base shot though, it's not gonna be too strong. At least I've got this auto gun. That might actually be a better option on the boss, just because it's 20% dark. Okay, well, luck material. I'll go ahead and take that. That increases my critical hit rate, nothing else. Can't aim at anything. don't want to go too far in these rooms, because if I do, some extra enemies will spawn. Fortunately, I didn't get them, so if I did, I'd have a lot of extra claws and sorcerers to deal with, and since I don't have a barrier, the sorcerers could actually kill me. Not be fun. Same thing goes for this room. You're a lot closer than I thought. This time you'll see what I mean. Suddenly 5 claws appear, but I don't have to fight any of them. Nice general arm. Go ahead and check this one because it might be a better shot. Or it could just be a stick. That's fine. Nice invincibility. You're just out of range. Just like that, we're done with Ruins 1. So if you were reading the messages left behind by Red Ring Rico, you'd be learning about, like, the nature of what these ruins are. Spoilers, it's not exactly native to this planet. It was brought here by something else, and it's slowly learning that it's a little bit more nefarious than you would think. This map is, as we say, pretty good. And not getting these one-shots is really painful. There was extra claws here. I guess it was 6. That deal saber left from quite a far away, so wait to greet me. And to be fair about the story overall, they definitely drip feeds it. Even if you play the quests, they leave a lot to the imagination. So right now we're playing completely offline on the GameCube version. Saber anymore. Dark Gunners. They're invincible for a while. Gives me time to line them up. So I'm gonna miss this guy. That's pretty scuffed. This room's pretty recognizable. Ooh, wow, I just barely missed getting out of that. Normally you can sneak right through, but I think both minions are locked, or one of them did. Sometimes a random chance. They move a little bit faster than normal. Even so, it was pretty close. So yeah, this map is nice overall. There's like one short wave in most of these rooms. Or just rooms with no enemies at all. Just a few Dale Sabers on this map. Walked right into that. A little disoriented. We're fine. Gunners are optional, fortunately. Bringer's dropping Tremens is nice for the recovery. You can take advantage of one trick here. I'm gonna see Knight's a lot of visors equipped in my palette. Allows us to just breeze through that instead of stopping to shoot it. Alright, we're on to the final area. Ruins 3, let's go. This map is one of the best for this category. Also pretty good for the glitches categories. Really want to target that. Really want to be closer to here. That'll do. Grinder, sure. That in the shot. Final Grinder increases the attack power by 2, which is like less than half of damage, but it's good. Nice crit. The shot was 2 drops. It's an upgrade, so we'll take it. Moon. It had to turn red before it would pop up there. It's over here. Bam. Yeah, unfortunately, I am dropping some frames now, so it's not just you. What's nice is I can sort of buffer my attacks. Then I have to worry about the auto lock on resetting in between different shots of the shotgun. And those other time supplies, I don't want to be missing too much of moving forward. This one's actually okay. Later on, moving far into a room will get me punished. Let's go ahead and check these. This assault's gonna be good. Nope. Just waiting for them to come to me, because otherwise some extra Balras and Bringers show up. Not my idea of fun. See you guys. This room I can move forward in, no problem. I'm sorry, I can move forward, but not too far. But I can get into the center, no problem. So we're nearing the end. We just went through the long hallway. Here we find that there's a dark evil entity at the end of these ruins waiting for us. Better be careful around those battles. If you let them snipe you with their big bellow cannon, they can actually end in one shot. Not a recommended thing to let hit you. Ringer's gonna charge, we're gonna dodge. There we go, on to the final boss. Yeah, so I do need to fix my mech guns. We'll try the mech guns for style, but the autogun's probably the better option. So we'll drop one more saber. Now our mech guns will appear again. Use that on Phase 1 and Phase 2. First we have an introduction phase, the Darwin phase, Phase 0. Just need to kill 3 of these, and now we're on to Phase 1. So I intentionally moved to the north side of the arena, because that's where Big Falls is. Yeah. Turn too far enough to the right. Interesting. And the same thing applies. Mech guns are fast, if you can actually aim with them. Also, always begins to run. Get the lucky shot to avert this. Okay. Not the best, not the worst. Could have been better. But hey, we defeated the ultimate evil. And there's this mysterious red ring left behind. Oh, it's gone. I guess it wasn't important. And time is when we go in the teleporter. Alright, that's Phantasy Star Online. Where you skip most of the plot and just plow through the game. GG. Thanks all. There are other categories you can run for this game, but they take anywhere from 50% more time to 150% more time to 5 times as long. Like we talked about, there's lots of quests in the game, and one category is to do all of them, and that takes the better part of 5.5 hours. I've kind of run a little bit of everything. This is a good introduction to understanding kind of what you want to focus on in this game. Thanks for having me, everybody. I'll answer some questions in chat, but I think I will mute now. Thanks for having me. Thanks, every hunters of PSO.